Okay, so we hear it all the time, right? AI is changing everything. But what if the biggest change isn't actually in the technology itself, but in us and how we need to think? Today, we're diving into a skill that's honestly become non negotiable in this new world. It's called epistemic discernment. I know it sounds a little academic, but stick with me. It's basically a superpower for figuring out what's real and what's not.
So you gotta ask, right? With AI spitting out answers in the blink of an eye, is this whole discernment thing some brand new skill we have to learn from scratch? Is it something we've just never needed before?
Well, the short answer is no, not even close. Aha. But, and this is the key, this is why we're here. The need for it has absolutely skyrocketed. It's gone from a nice to have for scholars to a must have, a straight up survival skill for, well, anyone holding a phone.
So what happened? What caused this massive shift? Why is this suddenly so urgent? It's because the entire game has changed. The rulebook for how we find and trust information, it's been thrown out the window. Just think about it for a second. Before AI, information was slower. You could trace it. It came from a person, a writer, and usually got a once-over from an editor. There was a process. Now, AI gives us these incredibly plausible, confident-sounding answers in an instant, but the accuracy? It's a total coin toss. And where did it come from? Good luck figuring that out. It's a black box. And that flip has completely changed our job. We used to be sponges, reading to absorb information. Now we have to be detectives, reading to evaluate it. We've gone from trusting an author's name to questioning, well, everything. And we've lurched from a world where information was kind of scarce to one where we're just drowning in it. And here's the bottom line. The hard work, the heavy lifting of sorting the good from the bad, the real from the fake, that shifted. It's not on the writer anymore. It's not on the publisher. That responsibility, that burden, it's landed squarely on your shoulders. Which means, like it or not, we've all got a new job description. And this job comes with a whole new set of duties and a whole new list of questions we have to start asking every single time. Yeah, it's not enough to just ask, is this right? We've got to go so much deeper. You have to ask, where did this come from? What's it based on? Are there assumptions kind of smuggled in here that I'm not seeing? And this is a big one. Does this even make sense for my specific problem? Is it actually okay for me to use this? This is the new checklist. And when you start asking those questions, something really interesting happens. You stop being a passive consumer and you become an active participant. You're the editor. You're the interpreter. You're the one making sense of it all. You are the gatekeeper of what's meaningful. It's a way bigger job for sure. Okay, so we get the problem. The landscape has changed. But the real question is, what do we do about it? How do we get good at this? Well, let's break it down. We're going to walk through 5 core practices you need to build this skill. So let's just put that fancy name on it one more time. We're talking about epistemic discernment. All it really means is being able to judge if something you're reading is reliable, if it's meaningful, and if it's actually appropriate for what you need. It's not about being cynical, not at all. It's about being a smart, sharp evaluator. All right, step 1, and this one might feel a little weird at first. You need to slow down. I know, AI is all about speed, but that speed is the natural enemy of good judgment. Your new job is to be the one who hits the pause button. Just take a breath and ask yourself, does this feel a little too perfect? Too neat? Step 2, make it show you the receipts. Always, always ask for the evidence. Don't just take its word for it. You need to be prompting it. Where did you get that? Show me your sources. Explain your reasoning. Look, if it can't back it up, then it's not knowledge. It's just text on a screen. Okay, third practice, get a second opinion. And a third, never, ever rely on just one AI response. You gotta triangulate. Cross-check it against another AI, a trusted website, a research paper, a real human expert. The truth usually shows up when a bunch of different, reliable sources all start pointing to the same thing. Number 4 is crucial. You have to interrogate the fit. The question isn't just, is this information true? The real question is this true for my situation? Because a perfectly true fact applied in the wrong place isn't just useless, it can be downright dangerous. Context, you guys, is the gateway to real wisdom. And finally, step 5. This is the one where you have to look inward. You have to be aware of your own biases. Ask yourself the tough questions. Why do I find this so convincing? Am I nodding along because it's true or because it's what I was hoping to hear? Real, honest-to-goodness discernment starts right there, with you.
So why does all this matter? What's really at stake here? Honestly, everything. It boils down to a fundamental choice about your own power, your own agency in this new world. It's a choice between leading or being led. Look, it really comes down to two mindsets. On one path, you just accept what the AI gives you. You trust its confident tone. On the other path, the one with discernment, you question everything. You trust the evidence, not the confidence. You go from a place of AI knows best to the much more powerful, much more human position of AI proposes, but I decide. That right there, that's the mantra for this whole new era. Let's say it again. AI proposes, you decide. That's it. Your brain, your judgment, your experience, that's the final and most important step in the process.
And that really brings us to the core of it all. In this world that's obsessed with instant answers, the people with the real power will be the ones who can do the opposite, the ones who can slow down, who can evaluate, who can choose with intention. They're the ones who are going to lead. Everyone else, they'll be led. So that leaves one final question, and this one is just for you. As we all step into this new age, you've got a choice to make. Which one are you going to be?